Welcome to our deep dive into the fascinating world of medieval castles. In this video, we'll explore the rich history and architectural evolution of these iconic structures that have captured the imagination of many. From their imposing stone walls to their intricate designs, castles were not just homes for nobility. They were symbols of power, defense, and cultural significance during the medieval period. As we journey through time, we'll uncover how castles evolved from simple wooden fortifications to grand stone edifices, showcasing the advancements in architecture and engineering. The early castles, known as Motte and Bailey designs, were practical yet rudimentary, serving as a means of protection against invaders. However, as the centuries progressed, so did the sophistication of castle construction. The introduction of features like arrow slits, drawbridges, and fortified towers transformed these structures into formidable strongholds. But why are castles so alluring? Beyond their architectural grandeur, they are steeped in stories of knights, royalty, and epic battles. Each stone tells a tale, and every castle has its own unique history that reflects the culture and society of its time. As we explore these magnificent structures, we'll also discuss their significance in shaping modern culture, from literature and film to tourism and heritage conservation. Join us as we unravel the mysteries of medieval castles and discover how they continue to influence our understanding of history and storytelling today. Whether you're a history buff or simply curious about these majestic buildings, this video promises to be both engaging and informative. So grab your virtual sword and shield and let's embark on this captivating journey through the ages. The origins of medieval castles can be traced back to a time when Europe was rife with invasions and conflicts. As various tribes and factions vied for power, the need for fortified structures became paramount. The early medieval period, particularly after the fall of the Roman Empire, saw a rise in local conflicts, prompting nobles to seek protection for themselves and their lands. This led to the development of the first castles, which served as both military strongholds and residences for the nobility. One of the earliest and most notable designs was the Motte and Bailey castle. This structure typically consisted of a raised earthwork called a motte, topped with a wooden or stone keep, and a lower enclosed area known as the bailey, which housed stables, workshops, and living quarters. The motte provided a strategic vantage point, allowing defenders to spot approaching enemies from afar. The simplicity of this design made it relatively quick to construct, enabling lords to establish their dominance in a short time. Key examples of these early castles can be found throughout Europe, with notable sites like the Castle of Dover in England and the Château de Falaise in France. These structures not only served as defensive fortifications, but also as symbols of power and authority. Nobles would host feasts and gatherings within their walls, showcasing their wealth and status to vassals and allies. As the medieval period progressed, the role of castles evolved. They became more than just military installations. They transformed into luxurious residences that reflected the wealth and influence of their owners. With advancements in architecture, castles began to incorporate features like stone walls, towers, and elaborate interiors, blending functionality with grandeur. This dual purpose of castles as both fortifications and homes laid the foundation for their enduring legacy in history and culture. The architectural evolution of castles throughout the medieval era is a fascinating journey that reflects the changing needs and technologies of the time. Initially, castles were simple wooden structures, often built quickly to provide immediate protection against invasions. These early designs, such as the Motte and Bailey castles, were practical but lacked the durability and strength needed for prolonged conflicts. As the medieval period progressed, the necessity for more formidable defenses became clear, leading to the transition from wood to grand stone fortresses. The introduction of stone as a primary building material marked a significant turning point in castle architecture. Stone not only provided greater strength and durability, but also allowed for more intricate designs. Innovations such as arrow slits, which were narrow openings in the walls, enabled archers to defend the castle while minimizing exposure to enemy fire. Drawbridges became essential features, allowing for controlled access to the castle and enhancing security. Fortified walls, often several feet thick, were constructed to withstand sieges and attacks, showcasing the advancements in military engineering. Notable castles exemplifying these architectural changes include the Tower of London, which began as a simple fortress and evolved into a complex of buildings surrounded by a moat. Its White Tower, built in the 11th century, is a prime example of the transition to stone construction, featuring thick walls and a central keep designed for both defense and royal residence. Other remarkable examples include the Château de Chambord in France, known for its Renaissance architecture and elaborate design, and the imposing Edinburgh Castle in Scotland, which stands as a testament to the evolution of military architecture. As we explore these advancements, it becomes clear that the architectural evolution of castles was not just about defense, it also reflected the social and political dynamics of the medieval world, shaping the landscape of power and influence for centuries to come. Castles played a pivotal role in medieval society and culture, serving as more than just fortified structures. They were powerful symbols of status and authority for the nobility, representing their wealth and influence over the land and its people. The grandeur of a castle often reflected the power of its owner, with elaborate designs and extensive grounds showcasing their social standing. Nobles would host lavish feasts and tournaments within their castle walls, reinforcing their position in the feudal hierarchy and solidifying alliances with other lords and vassals. Beyond their role as symbols of power, castles also functioned as centers of administration and justice. Lords and ladies governed their territories from these strongholds, overseeing the collection of taxes, the management of lands, and the resolution of disputes among their subjects. Castles often housed courts where local justice was administered, making them crucial to the governance of medieval society. This administrative function further entrenched the castle's significance as a focal point of community life, where the nobility interacted with their tenants and subjects. The influence of castles extended into the realms of art, literature, and folklore, inspiring countless stories and legends. They became the backdrop for tales of chivalry, romance, and adventure, often depicted in medieval literature and later in fairy tales. The image of the castle as a magical place, home to princesses and valiant knights, has persisted through the ages, captivating the imaginations of generations. Iconic stories like Rapunzel and Sleeping Beauty feature castles as central elements, symbolizing both the allure and the challenges of noble life. In essence, castles were not merely military fortifications, they were integral to the social fabric of medieval life. Their cultural significance resonates through history, shaping our understanding of power, governance, and storytelling in the medieval world and beyond. As we delve deeper into their legacy, we uncover the profound impact these structures had on shaping societal norms and cultural narratives. The decline of castles as prominent structures in society can be attributed to several factors, primarily changes in warfare and societal dynamics. By the late medieval period, advancements in military technology, such as gunpowder and cannons, rendered traditional castle defenses less effective. The once imposing stone walls that had protected noble families began to crumble under the weight of new artillery, leading to a shift in military strategy. As centralized monarchies emerged, the need for local lords to maintain their own fortified residences diminished, resulting in the abandonment or repurposing of many castles. Additionally, the social landscape of Europe transformed during the Renaissance and Enlightenment periods. The rise of urban centers and the growth of trade shifted power away from feudal lords, leading to a decline in the relevance of castles as centers of administration and governance. Many castles fell into disrepair, their stones repurposed for new buildings, and their once grand halls left empty and silent. In modern times, however, there has been a renewed interest in preserving these historical structures. Preservation efforts are crucial, not only for historical education, but also for tourism, as castles attract millions of visitors each year. They serve as tangible links to the past, offering insights into medieval life, architecture, and culture. Organizations and governments have recognized the importance of maintaining these sites, leading to various restoration projects aimed at conserving their historical integrity. One notable example is Neuschwanstein Castle in Germany, a stunning 19th century creation that draws visitors from around the globe. Originally commissioned by King Ludwig II, this castle has undergone extensive restoration to preserve its fairy tale charm and architectural beauty. Today it stands as a symbol of romanticism and a testament to the enduring allure of castles. Through these preservation efforts, we not only safeguard the physical structures, but also ensure that future generations can appreciate the rich history history and cultural significance of castles, keeping their stories alive in our collective memory. As we wrap up our exploration of medieval castles, let's take a moment to recap the key points we've discussed throughout this video. We began by examining the architectural evolution of castles, tracing their journey from simple wooden fortifications to grand stone fortresses. This transformation not only showcased advancements in military engineering, but also reflected the changing needs of society during the medieval period. Next, we delved into the cultural significance of these structures. Castles were more than just military strongholds. They symbolized power and status for the nobility, served as centers of administration and justice, and inspired countless tales in literature and folklore. Their presence in our stories continues to captivate our imaginations, reminding us of a time when knights and royalty shaped the world around them. Finally, we discussed the decline of castles and the vital preservation efforts that have emerged in modern times. As warfare and societal structures evolved, many castles fell into disrepair. However, today's restoration projects, like the enchanting Neuschwanstein castle, highlight the importance of conserving these historical sites for education and tourism. By preserving castles, we not only honor our past, but also ensure that future generations can appreciate their beauty and significance. Understanding the history and impact of medieval castles is crucial in shaping our modern culture. They serve as reminders of our shared heritage and the stories that have influenced our world. If you enjoyed this journey through history, we encourage you to engage with our channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with fellow history enthusiasts. Explore our related content to dive deeper into the fascinating world of castles and medieval life. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in our next adventure.